Looks like today is not the day to sit on a couch and scroll through news because the world is on the brink of a nuclear war. So where can I find the nearest nuclear bunker? Let's find out. Czechoslovakia had thousands of nuclear bunkers scattered all over the country. Many of them exist still today. Chances are, if there is a hill, there's probably a nuclear bunker in there. In Prague, you can find some of the largest bunkers, for example, below Parukarska Park or in Strahov Tunnel. But the biggest bunker is lying in the plain sight because it is Prague Metro. The decision to build the Prague Metro as a nuclear bunker was done in 1971. The 3 different metro lines are till today supposedly able to hide over 250,000 people. No wonder the escalators of the metro go so deep underground, which even scares some tourists who visit Prague from using them. Prague locals use these escalators to finish reading their favorite books or to get their dose of daily exercise. But among those bunkers, there were also some that were top secret, and one of them is located here on the Wenceslas Square. Let's go check it out. The bunker we'll be visiting today is hidden below a boutique hotel Jalta. This hotel was built between 1954 and 1958 in the social realism style. Back then, it was one of the most luxurious hotels in Czechoslovakia and attracted visitors from all over the world. One can only wonder whether these Prague visitors had any clue that few meters below them lies one of the most secret nuclear shelters in Prague. Let's go in. So this is where the reception of the hotel is. If you're a guest, you would normally check in here, get the keys to your room and go upstairs, but we are not going to be doing that today because we need a special key that will bring us downstairs to the bunker. Only our tour guide has this key. We're waiting for him now, and this hotel was reconstructed many times, but these stairs are supposed to be original from the communist times, and the painting that you see next to the reception was done by Andy Warhol. A lot of famous people stayed here, Bruce Willis, Dalai Lama. It's a pretty cool place. But let's wait for Philip, our tour guide.
So we'll take the elevator downstairs to the bunker.
Can anybody get there just like that? Or
no, they shouldn't be able to actually access the lower level of the hotel, of course.
Okay,
only
so
with my card, yeah.
Okay.
Of course, right here. And as you can see, we're going to the -1 level down.
Okay.
Of course, the entrance of our bunker is right over here. So we need to open the door.
Imagine losing this key. It's like, honey, have you seen the key?
Actually, watch your steps and watch your hands at the bunker.
Even if I jump, I won't be able to hit it.
Well, welcome in our bunker. Before we start, I'm going to give you some introduction to the bunker itself. This bunker is actually divided into 2 parts. One part was supposed to serve for the hotel guests, where they could actually hide in case of the war. And the second part of the bunker, which is currently available for the public, was actually used by the army at the time. Well, not by the army, but it was supposed to serve as a kind of like military nuclear shell, where the army, if it was necessary, could operate from there.
Okay, so how deep it is, the bunker?
Well, the bunker itself is approximately 10 meters deep, so it should be sufficient enough to withstand such a nuclear attack.
Okay, and how many people would fit in there?
Over here, it was supposed to be for 150 people. As we arrived into the bunker, you may see actually part of the ventilation system over here. If I would kind of like oversimplify it, the ventilation system itself brings the air from outside, Wenceslas Square, then the air continues over here, and then the air from here continues to the so-called dust room, which is right over there. And in the dust room, if we can move inside the dust room, you will be able to find these cool filters over here. These filters obviously clean the air from the dust or basically the sand. And also the important thing after they are done with the filtration is also the cleaning of the filters. So as you can see, these blue filters, if you wanted to wash them from inside, you would need to actually remove them from the pipelines, wash it from inside like my colleague. She's also wearing the protective gear because in case of the nuclear attack, simply this all the material over here means the dust would be radioactive, so that's why she needed to actually wear this protective gear, of course. Then we've got this cool door, which are basically the entrance to the bunker, because the bunker, I would say, officially begins right behind this door. This door are so-called seismically anchored inside of the wall, which means basically that inside of the wall is kind of like a frame and onto that frame, these doors are kind of like loosely tackled, which means in case there would be some strike with a bomb onto the bunker, and the outside of the wall would be hit with that bomb, it would mean you could still open the doors. Also, the doors are, well, their weight is approximately 250 kilograms, so quarter of a ton.
Should feel pretty safe.
Yeah, I suppose so. Of course, we've never tested it because there was no nuclear strike. Right behind this door, we would be able to actually find a shower, which could be actually used for the decontamination over here. So if I open the door slightly over here, we may find the hose, of course, and then the shower itself.
Silly question. They would like strip down naked, shower here, and then like.
Yeah, they could actually walk on
because the clothes was also.
Well, the shower was supposed to actually clean them from the radiation. The
so
static energy of the war
well.
was supposed to actually get rid of the nuclear particles.
Okay. Yeah, I'm asking this because it's like when you go to the doctor and they're like, okay, and you start like undressing and they're like, what are you doing? You don't have to do this.
So first, since we need to hear each other, I need to switch this on. As you can see, we are in our ventilation room. Of course, in this transpacific room you can find various gas masks over there. Also, the toilet is over there, if you notice over there as well. If I can ask you not to use the toilet, it's not functioning anymore, so if you would use it, I would need to clean them myself.
We don't want that.
Do that so much, of course. This entire ventilation system, the two engines are running this entire ventilation system. So this engine over here, and the second one over there. Back at the time, outside of the bunker used to be this diesel generator. It was generating the electricity for this entire bunker over here. In case the generator got broke somehow, blackout of the electricity over here, and also this engine would turn off naturally, of course, since they are on the electricity, of course. So for that purpose, you would need to run the ventilation system manually over there. Yeah, you can try it if you like.
Oh my god! Yes.
Yeah, to that counterclockwise, it's not that easy. Yeah, you need to.
Oh my god! Yeah, it is actually really hard. But this is kind of cool. But how fast do you need to do this to?
There should be approximately 15 rotations a minute.
15 rotations a minute. Okay. Wow. I think I need to exercise.
These filters are filled with an active charcoal that was supposed to absorb the radioactive particles inside of the filter. As it would breathe out over here, it was supposed to kind of like absorb it and refilter the air inside of the bunker. Also, as your solid line turned to pink, basically it means, well, you're running out of the oxygen.
That's okay.
To switch on the ventilation system back again so we can breathe more easily.
This bunker doesn't have the original equipment today anymore, but it was refurbished with items that resembled as closely as possible the original equipment of the bunker. Plus, some of the rooms of the bunker work as a Cold War museum. There you can learn about the history of Czechoslovakia during the Cold War.
So, over here, as you can see, we are in our kind of like the replica of the border guard room. But here we present various of stuff about the border guards and approximately how the border guard system worked back at the time. On my left hand over there, you may find the map of the borders of the Czechoslovakia, so the so-called Iron Curtain. Through the entire borders, basically was running up the electrified fence. Also, there were various border guards patrolling the borders and basically watching over the border. On those colorized pictures, you can see the life of border guard. To be more specific, actually the training of the future border guards. On the black and white pictures, you can see actually failed attempts to escape from the Czechoslovakia back at the time. Approximate number would be around 600 people that died during those attempts. What is the paradox actually? That most of the people that tried to escape back at the time were the border guards themselves.
Really?
Yeah, like on the borders, of course.
Oh my god. And were they successful, some of them?
Yes, some of the people were of course successful.
I guess they knew it from the inside, right?
Yeah, I think you would have the best chance to escape if you were a border guard, of course.
And we don't know how many people escaped.
There are approximate numbers, but for example, when the people migrated, it was during the time, for example, when the Iron Curtain wasn't holding so strong, of course. Yeah,
we met a lot of people on tours whose like relatives, escaped a long time ago, and they would come here just like to see where they lived, So obviously when people were trying to cross the border, it wouldn't make sense for them to bring Czechoslovak money.
it would make a sense to bring them the money for them, but actually back at the time they were only allowed to have a certain amount of money with them, which was actually supposed to prevent them leaving the Czechoslovakia for good. That's why, for example, the border guards were searching your entire luggage to find out money, if you have any money hidden in there.
So it would be suspicious, kind of, if they brought certain items, like, that's why they were hiding.
Yeah, for example, they were hiding the jewelry, because you could obviously sell the jewelry somewhere else.
Bring valuable items was suspicious to the border patrol guards. And if they found something, then they would bring you to the interrogation room.
And over here, it's more of a sinister room, I would say.
It is more sinister.
It doesn't look that way actually that well. This is the interrogation room of this bunk over here. So over here they would be brought for interrogation. Sometimes it could be also beaten in this room, for example, with this rubber bathroom also as well. Quite flexible, as you can see, mostly because when you hit somebody with it, flexibility doubles up the strength, and also it doesn't leave that much of a scars on, for example, on various places they would hit you with this pattern. Feel free to hold it. I don't want to say you can try it out, but I guess you get the general idea.
Oh my god. This is actually interesting because it doesn't look like it will do a lot of damage.
Well, actually, it was designed in a way so you can be interrogated longer time over here as well. So
unfortunately, I've seen people like beaten up with it, so I know it hurts.
It doesn't look that way, but it hurts.
Yeah.
I'm going to demonstrate it over here, of course.
Yeah. Aside from being a place for cover, this bunker fulfilled another, more sinister function. And behind this door, where we cannot get today, but you can if you visit this bunker, is located the surveillance room. This is where 2 members of the secret police were spying on the customers of this hotel. Of course, everything was pretty much bugged. A lot of people who were staying in this hotel were from the West. We cannot get there now, but in the past it was pretty difficult to do that as well, which is why there's like a place where you put a secret code and then you can only be let in, of course, if they recognize you. Check out the website of this bunker. Maybe on your next trip to Prague you can visit it, because a lot of things that they have here we cannot show you, so you can only see it yourself when you come here. It's time to exit the bunker, guys. We've survived the nuclear apocalypse, but we cannot use the same door we entered through, since the debris from the outside blocked it. No worries though, there is another exit here. Oh dear. Wow. Well, good luck to me! Well, the exit from the bunker should be somewhere over here, next to this street. It's a pretty busy street, and if only those people would know where we just crawled from. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye!